life on Kate Ross Creek blog and Kate Ross Creek Vintage. And today I have a quick thrift store haul to share with you. And then I'm going to show you why I picked it and what I'm going to do with it. And then I'll show you how I used it and where it ended up in the house. So I hit an antique store which is downtown Ballston Spa called Black Dragon Antiques. If you haven't been there, I would highly suggest going. She's super nice. She has great stuff, really unique pieces. And I always find something every time I go there for the most part. So today I found, I know this is crazy, just hear me out. I found these spindle things, bobbins maybe. They're different than the other bobbins that I have. I had picked up, and I'll put it in the video, also the other ones that I got from her, which are more of a wooden tone, and they actually had the thread around them, which I put in a glass jar, and it makes a great little, adds to a vignette. These, I think what I'm gonna do is stagger them so they're like this. They have a hollow middle, and I'm gonna stagger them a little bit like this. Maybe tie some twine around them, and then set them in a vase of some kind. I'm still playing around with the idea, but then do like little flowers out of them, faux flowers. So I think it'll be like kind of a really cool vase. I love doing things that are unique like that. Like for instance, I just used a half of a saddlebag for flowers in our foyer area, which you can see in the last tour that I did. And just really unique ways of using other pieces. So that's these. These were $1 each. So that's those. And then at the same place, I splurged and I got 7 of these books, which are just gorgeous. The binding is beautiful. The color is gorgeous. The end, the pages are gold, which are beautiful. Normally I try to pay $1, $2, $3, $4 per book. These were $7 a book, but look at how gorgeous they are. They're going to be on a shelf, right? For fall, or actually for any time. And then I'm going to switch them around to this side for fall and do them with cream and golds and orange with the pumpkins and things like that. So beautiful books. So there's 7 of those, and then I also have a brown one that I got too, which is just gorgeous. So love those books. So that's what I got there. And then I picked up some other things at another antique store, another thrift store down the road. I got this, can you believe it, this candle, 3-wick candle, and this silver base for $2 for the whole entire thing. And what I'm going to do for fall is probably, this is like a, silver, but I think I'm going to spray paint it gold. Or do some kind of paint treatment to it and use it for fall. But it actually smells really nice. It smells like vanilla, so I'm going to use that probably for fall. And then okay, so for this candle holder, I give it a good cleaning, get all the grease off and things like that, and I'm just going to spray paint it with this Rust-Oleum spray paint. And we'll see how the color comes out. It might be a little bit dull. I might dry brush it a little bit with some brown. So yeah, I'm liking it. Actually kind of like the way that's coming through. Let it dry a little then see what happens. Okay, so I'm working on the candlestick holder, the candle holder. I have spray painted it with, I think it's just a regular gold. Some of the, you can see some of the silver is kind of wearing through, which I kind of like because it looks antiqued, I guess. But I was going to try to put a little bit of black, brown paint. I mean, you could use antique wax, but I'm not sure how the wax is going to stick to the spray paint. So I was just going to kind of do a dry brush, super technical here with my paper plate, and craft paint. This is just old craft paint. It's amazing what you can do with craft paint. You could picture frames and candlestick holders, tons of stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of brush it. And you don't have to do it, you can kind of do it so it's not necessarily in straight lines like this, but more like kind of cross it a little bit. So it looks like it's just on the edges and random, more random than in lines. Kind of like so. And that's it, just to give it a little bit of age. And I'll do it around the, like again, super dry brush. And if it gets to be too much, you can just, you know, take a paper towel or your finger and just kind of go over it. I'm gonna do a little bit around the edges. Like so. And I'll show you what that looks like. And you'll kind of notice a pattern with a lot of the stuff that I'm going to show in this video and the next video, because I stuck to the same colors. And when you're trying to create vignettes or trying to decorate a room, that's the most important thing, is to just pick a color story and stick to it. Because if you start going out of the color story, things don't go, and then you wonder why your rooms aren't cohesive. So if you want to create a cohesive space, do it with a color story. So one of the other things is, so I got, you know, the books have the brown and the gold. And then I got these dried wheat grass, I think it is, something along those lines. This was only $3, but it goes with the same tones that I'm going to use in the fall, with the off yellow and golds and things like that. So this was $3. I think this was actually half off, so it might have been $1.50. So I got that. And then I got this really cute picture of the Salvation Army, and it was half off, so it was only $1.50, and it needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but look how pretty. It's just this really cute little fall picture, like a fall scene, and I love the colors, very muted kind of thing. So $1.50, throw that in a thrift store frame and you have great shelf decor, you're good to go. And then, of course, I got frames. I don't know, these are going to be kind of shiny to you, but it's got the matte. I always look for frames that have the matte in it, because mattes can be so expensive. I mean, as can frames, but you save yourself a step trying to figure out the matte with this. So, and mattes can be painted. That's another thing that you can do, is actually paint the matte if you wanted a different color. So you can always do that. I like to keep things simple with the black and white and cream and gold. Like for instance, this, I got this one. It's hard to do without seeing the ring, but I don't like the picture in it at all. But the beauty is the frame is gorgeous. I think this was a couple bucks, something along those, maybe like $2 or $3. But I'm gonna just, and it's, you have to do a little work to it. That could have been bad. You have to do a little bit of work to it, but you know, I have to take the back off. I'll use an X-Acto knife and just cut that off, cut the paper off the back and remove that hanger probably. We'll see, maybe I'll keep that. But, and then you just kind of gently remove the layers, and then you can get the mat, just keep this one mat here. So when you look at art, don't discount it because, you know, you can't get to the back, or it doesn't have the right color mat or the right picture in the middle. You can change all of those things. So for $2, you can, you know, do a little bit of work on that. Okay, so this is the frame that had the flower picture in it with all the multiple mats, and I had a little technical difficulty when I was taking the back off. So I did take the paper off the back. I just cut it with an X-Acto knife. I just went around the edge and cut the paper out, and then you're left with this. When I pulled out the cardboard, the mat was in there. I pulled the different layers of the mat apart with just a flathead screwdriver, which was really simple. And then now I'm going to take the mat that I want and I'm going to put the picture in it. So here's the picture I'm going to put in it. I just taped around the edges like this, laid it down flat, and there you go. This is a picture that I printed off of Etsy, and you can go to some of my other videos. There is a video on how to print your digital downloads from Etsy, and you can do that at Staples. I did some at Staples, the larger sizes, and then this one I just did at home on my printer with photo paper. It comes out beautiful. So, and then I'm just gonna pop it back in, and I love, so if you can see the texture on that mat is so pretty. So we're just gonna pop that back in there, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I popped the picture back in the frame like this, and on the back, the hardest part is pushing down all of the little pins that hold the cardboard in. So I just take a flathead screwdriver and just push all those down. And then because I had to remove the back, the hanger, which looked like this, I just unscrewed it. I don't think I'm gonna I may screw it back in. If not, if you don't wanna do that, you can always take some of the sawtooth hangers and put one in on the edge that you wanna hang it up by. This I might just lean against a shelf, I'm not sure, but just in case, I'll probably just screw that back in place. But super easy. And then this, seriously, this was $2, no joke. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna do some of that, my favorite Etsy art, print it out. If you want instructions on how to do that and how to go to Etsy and print out some of the vintage pieces that they have. So that's where everything ended up. I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, you can always stop by the blog at mylifeonktroscreek.com or lifeonktroscreek.com and sign up for email so you never miss a post or a video. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.